Welcome to the Sea Files, folks. My throat's giving me problems, so just bear with me. Took some colloidal silver this morning. It should help. Now, a couple updates. Latest numbers coming out on the Pokey Pokes. Over 550 million injuries worldwide and 11 million fatalities. Thanks a lot, Big Pharma. Now, on to Texas. We're in a civil war. It's not an active fight, shooting war. It's a cold war, but we're in a civil war right now. 25 states, as of according to what I saw this morning, that's been put out. There's a list of 25 states that have joined with Texas in Texas's effort to secure the southern border, and many of them are sending National Guard troops down to Texas to assist with the shutting down of the border. Now, Nancy Pelosi called for the Biden administration to nationalize those troops. There's only two conditions that Biden can legally nationalize those troops, and that is war or an invasion of the United States. How ironic. How ironic. Where do we have a war and an invasion of the United States? The southern border. Now, would Congress hold him accountable? No, not this Congress, unfortunately. But, point is, 25 states, according to what's being put out this morning, 25 states have rebelled against the federal government. They have rebelled against the Supreme Court. They have rebelled against the executive branch, the Biden administration. Last time that happened, folks, we had a civil war. Now those states are Now those states are not seceding from the Union. They're just ignoring what the federal government has to say. So the federal government comes out and says, no, you can't do that. And they're just like, what? Who are you? What'd you say? You say, but if the troops become federalized, don't those generals have to obey? Or they would be court-martialed? Well, yeah. But let me ask you a question. In 11 months, there's going to be a new president. And it's going to be Trump. And I think a lot of these generals, who are National Guard generals, know this. I think they already know who's going to win the White House. So, if you were in their shoes and you knew that in 11 months everything's going to change, and Trump will come in, he might keep them nationalized and say, okay, you're already nationalized, just stay on the southern border. Or he might say, you're no longer nationalized. Either way, Trump is not going to uphold any of those court martials. He'll pardon all of them. And then when it's all over, those generals are going to have to go back and work for those governors of those states. Now, do you think they're going want to go back and work for those governors when they basically walked away from that governor? Do you think they want to be fired from their job in 11 months? They come back from being naturalized, I don't know, Biden sends them over to Syria or someplace. I don't know what he would do with them. They come back and that governor says, you were supposed to be on the border, not over in Syria, right? Or wherever Biden would send them. You're fired. And that's why Biden trying to nationalize them won't work. If they've ignored him and the Supreme Court when it comes to, you can't be on the border putting wiring up to stop the immigration, the illegal immigration. Do you think they're going to listen to him when he tries to nationalize them? He's going to give them orders and they're not going to obey him. That's where we are, folks. Now, at this point, I don't see this coming down to a fighting, a war, where soldiers are on the field of battle within this continental United States. I don't see that. This is a political war right now, but it is a civil war. The states are rebelling against the federal government. And if the report of 25 is correct, at least 50% of them are rebelling against the federal government. That is extremely significant. I've been wanting to talk about other subjects, but this keeps popping up. And this is just too important to ignore. So, hey, we'll keep an eye on it. Tomorrow might be more news. But for right now, half of the states are telling the federal government, no, we're not going to do what you say. Think about it. Where does it go from here? God bless. I'll see you next time on the C-Files.